Hello everyone, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2. Goodbye, everything I hold sweet and dear to me. Blind. In the last episode, Deadly Life began, and I'm sure if you didn't already know, you know who's bitten it based on the name right there. Look, it's a whole other day, but I still don't feel good about it. I still don't feel good about it. Either way, we're here now, and, well, I have a killer I would really like to see punished. Just saying. So, yeah, at least there's something to look forward to. Mihiru Koizumi, the ultimate photographer. He had an unyielding force of personality, but she was actually very good at taking care of people. And she was always straightforward. Toward us and toward herself. She was always facing forward. Yeah, thanks for this, Hajime. I mean, it's nice that we're actually getting scenes like this, but I really personally didn't need this in my life right now. She was that kind of person. Why her? Why Mihiru? Why? Why did this happen to her? God, that... She looks like she's in so much pain. I hate it. Really fucking hate it. The muscles in my face stiffened and grew hard. Darkness clouded my vision. My legs started to wobble, and I instinctively placed my hand against the wall. Hey! Hajime! Before this, we were having a great time, right? We were excited about going to the beach. We were having a lot of fun. But why? Are you kidding me? Why did something like this happen? Someone, tell me! I obviously don't know what's going on either. Huh? Now's not the time to make bubbles! Hurry and get the others! Ibuki instantly left the beach house. I'm sure it took some time for everyone else to come here. I had to change and whatnot. Must have taken some time, but I didn't really know how much time had passed. My senses were numbed. My emotions were also numbed. Within me, various layers were peeling off. My senses starting to return. Around the time I realised that the others were already here. Oh, I see I'm not alone in fully deteriorating as a human being after this. Well, actually, I fully fell apart well before it happened. In fact, I severely jumped the gun. It would have been hilarious if I got weepy for nothing. Unfortunately, wasn't going to be the case. Apparently. What the hell is this? Why? Mihiru? The girls were standing outside the door leading to the beach, their faces pale with terror. For heaven's sake! What in the world is going on? With their pale faces still intact, the girls began wobbling toward the beach house. Until a voice stopped them. Hold it. Hold on a sec. There's things beneath you. Be careful not to step on them. Beneath? See? You know, the footprints in front of that door.
There are footprints leading out of the beach house, right? That's probably an important clue. So, don't step on them. If you mean evidence... Monokuma mentioned it in the announcement, right? After a certain amount of time, we'll hold a class trial. Another class trial?!
You serious?
Then, are you saying this is...
That's right!
That's right! One of you guys killed her. Killed? That's impossible!
It's not, like, an accident or something?
If you guys think that's an accident, that still means this death was caused by someone else's actions, right?
I mean, yeah, technically, yeah.
In other words,
That also counts as a legitimate murder. Though such deaths fall into a gray area, on this island I will make sure it's clear to you guys. On this island, dying from sickness is basically the only death that's not considered a murder. Well, it's impossible to get sick and die on this island. That's why Monami takes such good care of people.
what's this?
Oh, speaking of which...
I don't like this.
Here it is! The silent treatment attack! This is like the #1 thing that hurts me. Well, fine. I'm not gonna lose to your bashing. I've decided to become a tough kid. It's the worst. Once again, this horrible nightmare. Another victim. And it's all because of Monokuma.
No way!
Jeez, it's not my fault. Huh? Then whose fault is it, you ask? To find out, we hold the class trial.
So,
Let's begin already. No whining. Just begin already.
it's the Monokuma file!
Okay, I shall pass out the Monokuma file too. This should start to feel familiar.
Do your best.
Now then, do your very best to investigate. I'll see you later at the class trial. Trial? Investigation? This is horrible. It's just too horrible.
Then you should have stopped the murder before it occurred! Don't you have that kind of power?
I didn't have the power before he appeared.
Perhaps.
Even if she tried to stop it, judging from Monokuma and Monami's relationship, there's no doubt she'd get stopped herself.
Yeah, I think it's more than just their relationship that points to that, but yeah.
Yeah, Monokuma took everything away, including the magic stick. And the surveillance cameras. The only thing I can rely on are these ears. But they can only hear about 3 times out of a normal person. So basically, I have no idea what's happening on this island in the first place. I'm just the worst. A powerless rabbit like me is the worst. Hey, now's not the time to focus on something like that. More importantly, what should we do? Do we have to do it again? That cruel thing. We have to do it again.
Why?
I cannot believe it. The hero was killed by one of us.
Damn it!
Yeah, I can't do this anymore. Investigating the class trial. Seriously, I'm done. Everyone feels the same. But we can't do anything else except do it. And there's no way we can just ignore the reason Mihiru was killed.
Yeah, the only thing we can do is investigate.
Cause it's bad.
Because we should never forgive that. Killing is something we should never forgive.
Chiaki.
Well,
The killer has their reasons. I understand that. It was the same for Teru Teru too. It's really all Monokuma's fault. We understand that too. But even so,
I'll never allow it.
we should never forgive killing.
She usually has her head in the clouds, so for her to say something like that, she probably can't forgive this at all. But it's true of me, too.
Understood.
Regardless, everyone is going to die if we don't do it. In order for us all to survive, we must do it.
I'm gonna do it!
Then let's do this!
Perhaps.
Mahiru probably wants us to do this too. She would want us to reveal the truth behind her death. I understand. If everyone's doing it, I will do it too, but please give me a little time. Please give me time to calm myself down a little. Also, I will go and tell the others who aren't here about this.
You're right. If all you heard was the announcement, you won't know where the murder took place.
I shall excuse myself for now. Then, let's begin. Who killed Mahiru Koizumi? Why was she killed? We gotta find out and solve this already.
That's right. You have to do it. It's the only way. I don't want to do this. That's more the reason for us to finish this. I'm the only one who can do this. Well, at least we get a nice investigation theme out of this, you know? That's the one upside of murders. Really good music. First, I need to take a look at the Monokuma file. The victim is Mahiru Koizumi. Estimated time of death is around 3 p.m. The scene of the crime where the body was discovered is inside the beach house at Chandler Beach. I mean, that's a double that, but also because of that brass. The cause of death is a single killing blow to the head with a blunt instrument. There are no other conspicuous external injuries and no trace of foreign substances such as drugs. Around 3 p.m. That's the time Kazuichi and I arrived at the diner. And if we had just gone to the beach house instead. Now's not the time to feel regret. I need to focus on doing as much as I can right now. I mean, at that point, you might have just walked in on the murder. I highly doubt it was preventable at that point. And then I'm going to find out the truth behind Mahiru's death. It's the only way the rest of us can survive. Okay. Well, there was one thing I wanted to note now that I've, I had like I mean, not a full day, but a day to think about this. So this was the first time so far that we haven't been the one to find the body. Presumably. I'm guessing that Hajime did not, count towards finding the body. Right? Because I think you do have to be, in the same room and know it's there for the announcement to go off, right? Which means that reversing that, or, taking it a step backwards, because I know I've done this to eliminate culprits before, usually unsuccessfully, admittedly, but okay, to be fair, it's not actually going to determine any culprits here, but presumably, since, based on what Hajime just said, him and Kazuichi were, the only ones... Well, they weren't the only ones, that's not what I meant to say. They were, effectively guarding the entrance to the beach house around the time of the murder. Which means that no one could come and go without being seen by us. That's important for in a second. So instantaneously, we can knock off, I think, two potential suspects. One, of course, being, well, I say suspects, two people who could have done it. One being Kazuichi. He was the last person to find the body, which gives him an immediate alibi. Simple as. And I believe the second one is Hiyoko. I mean, that makes sense, right? Like, based on what we saw when she ran past the diner, I mean, it tipped me off to this. I'm pretty sure, you know, this whole scenario, I'm pretty sure she saw the body. Now, the problem is, was she the first person to see it, or the second? That's sort of the problem we've got going on here. Logically, it makes no sense, if you follow me here. The only other people who could possibly have, I don't know, seen the body would be the girls that came to the diner after Mikan and Ibuki, which would be Chiaki, Sonya, Akane, and Peko, not in that order. One of those four are the only other possible people who could have seen it, who would make Hiyoko the first person to have seen it, I think. I mean, it does work either way, I guess. I don't think it would make much sense. But, you know, if, I don't know, they saw it first and they didn't come tell us. The problem is, no one said anything, right? Which, I mean, again, we could have a situation like with Nagito and Teruteru, where there's like a kind of an accomplices thing going on. That is always a possibility. But, yeah, I don't think they'd do that twice in a row, you know? I mean, to be fair, it's not like they were really accomplices, but, you know, they're like, it was two people involved with, like, directly involved with the case. I don't think they're going to pull that twice. So it seems likely to me, or most likely to me, that Hiyoko was the second person to see the body. Which means that I think the first person to see it, and another person we can strike off the suspects list immediately, alongside Kazuichi and Hiyoko, is Fuyuhiko. He's the only other person who passed by the front of the diner, and we did notice that he seemed a little bit flustered, and he ran away pretty much as soon as he got the opportunity to. I'm just saying, I have a feeling he was the first person to find the body. I think that's... And, like, it totally fits with his personality, along with Hiyoko's. Well, I mean, to be fair, a lot of us were already in the diner. Well, 4 of us were in the diner at the time Hiyoko ran out of it. But with Hiyoko's personality, I don't really think she was going to go looking for someone else after Mihiru was killed, you know? And for Yuhiko, no, he wouldn't tell anyone. Of course he wouldn't. So yeah, I think that's the order of people who found the body. Like, it makes sense, I think. But I think more importantly, it strikes them off the suspects list, like, immediately. I also think it's quite important to strike Fuyuhiko off the list, because he seems like a really good candidate for a red herring in this case. Partially because Mihiru is the victim, and, like, I'm gonna say Fuyuhiko's most obvious relationship dynamic so far pretty much his only one has been with Mihiru. They were at each other's throats a lot during the first trial. Like, the only other relationship Fuyuhiko has had is kind of with Byakuya. And Byakuya's already dead, so... You know. And we also, earlier in the chapter, saw Fuyuhiko with, like... an envelope. I don't know if that's going to play into this, but like that was a suspicious thing that was not explained, you know, which sort of like indicates that it might be involved in the case. I'm making hand gestures as if you can see them, but you get the point? Like, I can't be certain, but it seems like a really good chance he's going to be a red herring. It's also really easy to always make him a red herring because he's a bit of a standoffish prick who has pretty openly said that he's willing to kill. So, yeah. Anyway, let's get down to talking to everyone, then we can investigate the room. Also, I have noted, this hasn't escaped my notice, the fact that this is open now. So I guess we're going to have to look in there in a minute.
How suspicious.
What is this? This is suspicious, I think.
Did you find some kind of clue?
You know the footprints from earlier? They were in front of the entrance facing the beach, right?
Oh, that.
Hajime and Kazuichi's footprints show that you guys were the first ones to go inside the beach house. But these footprints are just the opposite. They're coming out of the beach house. Now that you mention it, I thought those footprints were strange too.
You did?
Yeah, at first I tried to go into the beach house from the door facing the road.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't even try the door facing the road, because I was like, oh, it's probably on the beach. I was wrong.
But it didn't open, so I went around and tried to go in from the beachside door.
You couldn't go inside the roadside door, because Mihiru's body was blocking it, right?
Would her body really be heavy enough to block the door? Especially like that, and laying like that and positioned on that part of the door.
Look, I'm no scientist, but I think physics would, make it quite easy to knock her out of the way and open the door if she's laying there.
And that's when I noticed those footprints. The footprints leading from the beach house to the tunnel looked like they belonged to one person.
Someone's footprints leading out of the beach house, huh? It's definitely suspicious.
And now that you mention it, Peko said she went for a little swim, right? Those footprints be...
Well, I highly doubt she was wearing shoes. And they'd also be wet, I think.
Unfortunately, I went swimming to scout the first beach. I did not know anything about this beach. Is that really true? But these footprints lead straight into the beach house to the tunnel. From the beach house to the tunnel.
Yeah, I mean... Again, as I said, there might be... There's always the potential for why is the word... An accomplice, there we go. And, like, it could be, you know, as I said, Peko is one of the people it could be. But, I mean, based on my own theory, no, it seems highly unlikely that, you know, that would be the case. I mean, for that to be true, either Chiaki, you know, based on what I've said, and, like, if it was one of the four girls, like Chiaki, Akane, Sonya, Peko, like, they'd have to be the killer, not the, not an accomplice. Because I assume an accomplice would count towards the body discovery, and I think I've already figured out the three people who saw the body first. Granted, it is laid out very neatly for you. That one really isn't much of a puzzle, I don't think. But, you know, I could be wrong. I mean, they could throw me a fast one here and there, like, there is an accomplices thing, and Fuyuhiko was the one who killed Mihiru, and, like, the accomplice was the one... Oh, granted, actually, this looks like a very simple murder. They probably weren't an accomplice, but I feel like if Fuyuhiko is the killer, which I highly doubt, then... like, the other person would have to be an accomplice, otherwise I'm pretty sure they would tell us. You know? I mean, if Fuyuhiko is the killer, it gives them extra reason to not tell us about the body. But, you know. Wait, I think I already read that.
Since I was swimming at the beach, of course my footprints would lead from the shore to the tunnel.
Oh, no! Oh, sorry, I was like, wait, what? That's not relevant, is it? No, I mean, it kind of isn't, but it kind of is. Because what it's saying is, the footprints go from the beach house to the tunnel. If Peko was swimming, it would go from the shore to the tunnel. Right, okay, yeah. I was really confused by that for a second there. Then, whose footprints are these?
It's no mistake that these are the killer's footprints. But I have no clue who that might be.
Well, to be perfectly frank with you, I don't think so, Peko. It's a bit too blatantly obvious of a clue. Especially, I mean, you know, I said too blatantly obvious. The whole Leon thing was pretty obvious, but no one really was immediately like, that looks like it's naming the killer. You know? It's like, a dying message, what does it mean? Yeah, so, you know that this killer doesn't, you know, these footprints don't belong to the killer. Which, in that case, probably means they belong to either Fuyuhiko or Hiyoko. You know? Makes sense. Actually, that raises a good question, though. Where are the other person's footprints? I mean... So, I mean, I was just thinking something that's kind of stupid, to be honest, but I'll say it anyway. I was just thinking, like, well, if Fuyuhiko left first, then there could be his footprints, and then when Hiyoko left, then she left her footprints in his footprints, you know? So it's both of their footprints. But that's really dumb, and I should not have said that. It also raises... Now, actually thinking about this does raise quite a lot of questions, doesn't it? Because there are only footprints leaving the beach house. There aren't any entering the beach house, aside from, as stated, mine and Kazuichi's. Which would seem to imply that everyone was already in here? Which seems very unlikely, so, for now, I mean, I like, have no evidence right now. I should probably stop thinking so critically about this case.
Well, for now, it's obvious that this is a clue, don't you think?
Yes, it's probably an extremely important clue. Yeah, I don't know, I feel like it's too easy to figure out who these would belong to. For them to be, like, your decisive piece of evidence. But I mean, I guess... Peko?
I will never forgive killing. Chiaki seemed quite different from her usual self. She must feel very strongly about killing.
It's not just Chiaki. There's no way anyone would forgive something like this. I guess you're right. Very helpful, Pecco! Yeah, it's fine. That's weird. What do you mean? Well, I wanted to calm myself a little, so I thought about getting a drink from that refrigerator. When I opened it a few days ago, I'm pretty sure there was a large variety of drinks. As I recall, yeah, there were. Well, I guess I'm just imagining things. I mean, who cares about drinks right now, huh? What are you talking about? Seriously, it's okay. I've resorted on my own, so just drop it. What the heck? You started it. Well, it seemed like he just pointed us in a direction. Oh yeah, I just got a glimpse of that on the floor. That... Like, I'm pretty sure during the... finding the body, it zoomed in on, like, the mask on the floor? I have no idea how that links into the case. I mean... I don't want to, you know, don't want to be that guy, but I don't think any of these guys wearing a mask is going to hide their identity, you know? You know, I like, the thought just crossed my mind there. I don't know, maybe we're going to have a Fuyuhiko and Hiyoko. Oh, they saw the killer, but they didn't know who it was because a mask was covering their face. Everyone here has very distinctive body types and clothing. I don't think, and hair. A mask isn't really gonna cut it, I don't think.
Mihiru probably wants us to do this too. She would want us to reveal the truth behind her death. But what she really wanted, she probably wanted to spend time with us, with all of us peacefully, without something like this happening.
Yeah. Wow, no one is being helpful right now. Speaking of helpful, where is Akane? What? God damn it, Akane, where are you? Oh, Mikan's gone.
This is too...
Okay, I'm just gonna read it normally.
This is too weird. Something like this should only be... Something like this should only happen in song lyrics.
Ibuki, that was even less insightful. Okay, well, let's check everything else first. That's the wrong button, but I guess we can look at my pet. Yeah, he didn't shit himself in fear, unlike me. Okay. So we look at the body last. Okay. Trash can. There's a clue inside the trash can. That's what I thought. It's only a bunch of empty plastic bottles. I don't see anything that looks like a clue. I guess it's not that easy, huh? Well, you say that, Hajime, but we just picked that up as a truth bullet. So, it's going to be relevant somehow. There's a lot of drinks inside the refrigerator, but compared to last time, I feel like there's less drinks. Did people take a lot of drinks from here? Not only that, the only drinks left in here look either sweetened or coloured. They look unhealthy. Not sure what relevance that has. So I think this is the only thing not to do with the body. Closet. The closet door is half open. Last time I came here, that wasn't the case. It's a little suspicious. Should probably investigate inside here, too. Well, I mean, new space. I guess I should look for Monokumas, just in case. This is a pretty spacious walk-in closet. There's so much crap on the shelves and floor, only one person could stand in here. But if you think about it this way, it means it's possible for only one person to stay in here. Okay, not an awful lot. Oh, hey! I see you up there.
I've been found.
I love his little voice clips for that. Okay, so there's only 3 things here. Something yellow, shelf, and I'm assuming shelf again. Flotation devices, snorkels, nets. There's also some paint supplies, too. There's not much else that could be related to the incident. There's a lot of stuff jammed onto the shelves, even surfboards in a surfboard case. But they're not put away properly at all. 2 boards are stuffed onto one shelf, and some other boards have been left out instead of being put in the case. There's also an empty surfboard case as well. Jeez, how careless. Sorry, gummy? There's someone on the floor. This yellow thing is a gummy candy. Well, I don't want to profile her, but I think #1 candidate for eating sweets is probably Hiyoko. Just saying. I've done her first free time event. I know she likes the sweeties. Finding candy on the floor in a place like this is clearly unnatural. Hey, I mean, based on what Hajime said earlier, like, as soon as we entered here, maybe we are gonna have a thing where, like, oh, Hiyoko saw the killer, but didn't really see them because they had a mask on and she was hiding in here. Again, I'm doing more hand gestures that you obviously can't see. But hey, maybe that's what's gonna happen. It's connected to the incident. Did someone drop this while they were inside the closet? That could also explain the well, I was gonna say it could explain the leaving like only exit footprints, because if Hiyoko like came in here really early on for whatever, I have no idea why she would, but if she was in here before the murder even happened and she was inside this closet, she'd then come out after the murder was all said and done. She'd run away and leave footprints. But that still makes no sense, because we've got Fuyuhiko and the killer to deal with. I don't know how they'd get out without leaving footprints. And alternatively, assuming the footprints aren't Hiyoko's, which I obviously have no proof that they are, like, whose are they, and why did they leave them and no one else, you know? Genuinely not a clue. I guess that's the only thing that caught my eye inside this closet. And Monokuma. Yeah, okay, I looked at everything, so... So what else is there's the bat. Oh god, that is a lot actually. Let me look at that again. Okay. I think we can look at this shower room. So this is the shower room. The notice on the door. Judging from the instruction. Oh yeah, right. We already looked at this before, but gonna get something for it anyway.
That's right. The shower's being repaired, so water won't come out. And what about hot water? Well, that's impossible too.
If the shower's out of order, then isn't it just a waste of space?
I'm sorry. When I was trying to fix it, my magic stick was taken from me. We never got around to fixing it.
What the heck? What does your magic stick have to do with... What does your magic stick have to do with repairing?
Anyways, it's all Monoguma's fault. Everything is all Monoguma's fault.
Sounds like blame shifting.
Whoa. Your double eyes are telling me you think I'm Monoguma's accomplice.
You must have read my mind.
Like when you wanted me, I've already given up. But let me tell you this one more time. As long as you guys work together, you should be able to stand against any kind of despair.
Alright, whatever you say, Nagito.
I promise I will help with that.
What the hell? You're doing the opposite. Oh well. Anyway, it looks like the shower room is definitely out of order. I guess I should check the inside too. Okay, oh, I can go inside now, which is nice. Let's go in there and then we'll look at all the Mihiru death implements. Is that blood on the door handle over there, I see? Jesus. I mean, she is drowning in it over there. I'd like that. It's a lot. Like that might be more than Byakuya's blood. And that was a lot. He was a big guy too. I guess I might as well check the inside of the shower room too. Yeah. Can we just get Mahiru's dead body out of my face? Oh, here's where Akane was. This is a really nice, really spacious shower. If it's this huge, you could also see it as a dressing room. But changing in the beach house is forbidden. Jeez, what an unreasonable rule. Okay, any Monokumas in here? I think I've got one more in this chapter, right? Looks like no. Oh, we can look at the toilet! Someone put something in the toilet? There's a toilet, but you really can't use it as a step stool. I guess not. Akane, what do you got for me?
Guess no one's in here. I was thinking the killer was hiding in here after they failed to escape.
It won't be that easy. I mean, we proposed the same sort of thing in the last locked room. Well, is this really a locked room murder mystery? Not really. But, yeah, we proposed that before then, in Danganronpa 1. There's a window. It's small, but maybe you can crawl out of it somehow? Well, it probably doesn't mean anything if someone can crawl through it. But I can't seem to take my mind off it. However, the ceiling is really high, so that window is also situated in a very high place. It's so high that even if I stretch out my hand, I can't reach it. It's probably about 9 feet up. Wow, 2 cases in a row where we've had something impossible to reach. Immediately my thought is, if we're, like, suggesting that someone use this to escape the beach house, couldn't be for Yuhiko or Hiyoko, because they are absolutely tiny. Especially Hiyoko. And not just that, it's an iron-barred window. If that's the case. You want that too, yeah. Yep, be impossible to go in and out through there.
What? You still thinking about that window?
Yeah, I was thinking the killer might have escaped through there.
Alright, I got it. I'll pitch in and help you out.
Huh?
Come on, give me a piggyback ride. I'll check the window for you.
Pitch in and help? It's like I'm the one who's pitching in and helping.
If you don't hurry up, I'll punch you.
She's really into this. No matter what I say, it's not gonna matter. Fine, I'll just leave it to you.
Don't worry, my panties are clean.
It's not really what I was worried about, but thanks for telling me. I see. Well, that's good. I let out a deep sigh, then bent over under the window.
Alright!
As she shouted, I kind of jumped onto my shoulders. Oh! Jesus, I imagine she weighs quite a lot purely based on muscle mass, you know? Also that! Or those.
Your balance sucks. Make sure your stance is wider. You're a lot heavier than I expected. Yeah, because I'm so buff.
Yeah.
Like, every time I get a massage, they tell me I'm just a mass of muscles.
A massage, huh? Do you have a trainer or something since you're the ultimate gymnast?
Nah, I don't have a trainer. My stepmom's lovers like to get drunk and give me full body massages.
Sorry, the Warriors of Hope called. They want their backstory back, please. I shouldn't have asked.
How's the window?
So that's what happened.
Did you find anything?
Well,
Yeah, you're gonna crush this man.
bar. I was pretty sure no one would be able to get through the window.
And yet you still did this anyway.
Check it out.
Check it out. Hold on. I'll give it a try.
With the Kane on my shoulders, I craned my neck so high that I started to worry. Oh, okay, so you can open it up.
This iron bar ain't even pinned down. Looks like you can open and close it pretty easy. See? My head can fit through, no problem.
Well, then here's a problem. It's so high... You could escape from here. But it is so high up that, like, you'd need 2 people to get there. And, like... I mean, I guess... like, super hypothetically speaking. Because, going by my logic, I was about to say something, like, I'll give you a possibility that is super dumb, especially considering my logic behind this. But I'll say it anyway. And then I'll go with what I was actually about to say. I was going to say, could not be a situation where either Fuyuhiko and Hiyoko are the killer and then one of them is the accomplice. Because they're both too short, I'd reckon, to get out of this window, even standing on each other's shoulders. But, and I mean, I'd have to assume that Fuyuhiko would be the accomplice. I mean, unless Hiyoko was really playing a hard game and was actually trying to set Mihiru up for murder this whole time. Like, I guess? Like, see, this still doesn't account for everything, but if one of them is an accomplice, which they would have to be by my logic, if the killer, like, helped them up out of the window, they would then leave and leave their footprints, I guess. But then that wouldn't account for the other person, either Fuyuhiko or Hiyoko in my scenario. Or, alternatively, if Fuyuhiko or Hiyoko was helped out of the window, and Fuyuhiko or Hiyoko left the footprints, how did the killer get out? So, I mean, they're giving us possibilities here, but I'm not sure any of them are the right answer.
Then it's not impossible to go in and out of that window?
Yep.
I imagine it'd be really hard to get in through that window, but Akane jumped off my shoulders and flashed a wide grin.
Isn't this a big discovery?
But the problem is, how are they able to reach that window?
Yeah, even if I jump, I can't really reach it. But if two people work together like us, it wouldn't be a problem, right?
If that's the case, it would mean the killer had an accomplice.
Accomplice? Sounds like a big word. Is that the name of a kung fu master?
But even if there was an accomplice, the person acting as the step stool would be left, but would still be inside.
But if you really think about it, just one person could get out of here without help, right?
Huh? Really?
Yeah, like,
I got it.
freaking ninja could do it, you know? A ninja can climb fences and walls, no problem, right?
Okay, thank you for your contribution, Akane. Just as I thought. It looks difficult to go in and out through that window.
What the heck? I didn't even took the time to lend you my wisdom.
Piss me off.
You're the one who said it was suspicious, so I took the time to pitch in and help. Just a waste of time to help you out. All you saw were my panties. No, I didn't. They were behind my head, I couldn't. Ah, well, it's not like it's the end of the world.
I'm telling you, I didn't look at them. Iron barred window. Expand to the truth bullet section of the handbook. I guess that's pretty much everything I noticed in the shower room. Okay, so I mean, they've raised the possibility, but yeah, they've also raised the same issue I had with this. Which I guess means I'm not actually very ahead of the game here. Okay. Do I dare? You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do it to you. Because if we look, because there's still like what 4 things we have to look at least. Let's take a quick peek. Wait, is there someone behind Sonia? Oh no! I think it's Mihiru and this are 2 different things. Yeah, and then is the door also its own? Yeah, the door is also its own thing. So, yeah, that's still 4 things we need to investigate. This, is it the bloodstain as well? Yeah. This, the bloodstain, the mask, and Mihiru herself. And that is going to take us a while, I'm sure. So, although we didn't get all that much evidence done here... Wait. All that much progress done here... You know, we did get a little bit of evidence... And we've got a very basic picture of the scenario here. So, I mean, this is another one that so far, I mean, again, we've just started it. But so far, I really have no inclination who the killer might be. I have struck off some suspects. I have no idea who the killer might be yet. Like, there's not even a hint for me. So... Oh dear. Although, to be fair, I usually didn't get hints on the killer until at least, like, the second half of the investigation anyway. So, you know. I think Leon was probably the only outlier there. And hey, I mean, I didn't even guess Teru Teru until during the trial. Although, I am wondering if it's even worthwhile trying to figure out the killer. Because Case 1 has sort of set this precedent that there's a good chance we'll get more evidence during the trials. And that sort of evidence is usually your, like, big evidence, you know? Like, the ones that really point to who the killer might be. So I am wondering if it's even worthwhile thinking about who the killer is, but, yeah, you know, I'll still try. Anyway, guys, see you in the next one for the rest of the, well, not the rest of the investigation, but another bit of the investigation where we'll actually take a look at all the bloody stuff. And, I mean, maybe go elsewhere. I imagine we aren't only going to look in here, but I mean, we might. I get, well, no, because we still need to get testimonies from, like, Mikan, which means we're probably going to have to leave at some point. Oh no, she'll probably come back as well, won't she? So I get, I don't know, maybe when we're done she'll come back and... I mean, I'm just saying we'll probably have to talk to Fuyuhiko and Hiyoko. That's all I'm going to say. So yeah. Second outro. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Goodbye.